Hello, great writers! So we're still writing our personal memoirs about our favorite person. What step of the writing process are we on? Let me think. That's right, we're doing brainstorming. So yesterday, we brainstormed about our favorite person and 3 memories. But today, we have to think a little more about brainstorming. Because just like our favorite author, Patricia Polacco, does, her stories don't always have a ton of events or a lot of ideas. They only focus in on one moment, and it's a specific moment. So we have to see how we can do that in our memoirs when we share about our favorite person. We want to make sure we have a specific moment to share. Quickly, before we start today, I want to do a little review of what we did yesterday. So, you should either have out or pull out your brainstorming chart. You chose your favorite person in the middle. If you remember, I chose my grandpa. And then you chose 3 memories you share with that person. You remember I said going to the racetrack with grandpa, telling funny jokes, and grandpa making me breakfast. So we were able to recall our favorite person in 3 memories. But today, we're going to have to make it a little shorter. In order to do that, we're going to learn about the WaterMelon-Seed method. Not sure if any of you have ever heard it before, but let's get started. So, here's the WaterMelon-Seed method. Sure, you're probably thinking, what's that? All right, let's see. So, personal narratives or personal memoirs are seed stories. But what's a seed story? I want to give you a couple seconds to think about what a seed story is. So I'll give you about 10 seconds. In the next 10 seconds, I want you to think, what's a seed story? I'll do a countdown while you're thinking. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope you have an idea about a seed story. Let's learn about it today. So first off, let's start. The WaterMelon-Seed method. So basically, we're not talking about fruit. We're not talking about how to cut watermelon, but we're learning through writing. So the WaterMelon-Seed method is basically we have a watermelon, which is going to be our big moment. We have a slice, which is kind of like a small moment. And we have the seed, which is the even smaller moment. Sure, you're just like, what? All right, let's keep going. We're going to start up with the watermelon. So a watermelon topic is a big moment, which covers many events, is very general, and it's hard to think of one specific moment. So some watermelon topics are like your first day of school, right? Many events happen on your first day of school. It's really general. You have a lot of big moments, and you can't really think of one specific moment on the first day of school, right? Sometimes that could be a little challenging. What I want you to do for the next 15 seconds is I want you to write down what you think examples of some watermelon topics are going to be. While you're doing that, I'll count down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, writers. You were able to come up with a couple watermelon topics on your own. Let's see what examples I have. Some watermelon topics could be a family vacation, right? A lot of events happen on a family vacation, and that could be really general. A football game, right? A lot of events can happen at a football game. A summer vacation, same thing. A lot of events can happen, right? You can go to the beach, you can go to a water park, you can go to an amusement park. You can do a million different things you can say for a bunch of days. And another watermelon topic could be a trip to Disney World or my trip to Disney World. Remember I told you guys all about it? And I'm sure my readers wouldn't want to sit all day and hear about every single event that happened at Disney. Even though you guys did, my readers may not want to. So we have to think about how watermelon topics are a little too big sometimes. They're not the way we want to write. And I want you to think about something for a second too. When you go to the store, right? You buy a watermelon like this. Do you just walk out of the store and eat the watermelon? No, you probably don't do that, right? Someone at home or a loved one probably cuts it for you. So we're going to think of it like this. We kind of have to cut down this big topic. So when we cut down a big topic, it's going to become a slice, like when we cut out a watermelon. We're cutting our watermelon into slices. So a slice story is kind of like a smaller topic. It's a small moment or it's one memory. So If we go back to my trip to Disney, which I told you guys all about, my trip to Disney would be my big watermelon topic, right? But the slice, what would the slice be? The slice would be when I went to Beauty and the Beast's castle. We're going to one small moment or one memory of my whole trip at Disney. So writers, it's your turn now. I'm going to give you 15 seconds and I want you to think of some slice topics. I'll count down while you're writing. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, writers, coming up with some slice topics. Trying to think of some. Let me see if I could share some with you. Maybe we have some in common. So some slice topics example could be I stayed at a hotel. It's a small moment of a big vacation, right? I went to the movies and saw a movie. That's a small moment, right? Because I have a whole entire 24 hours in a day, but I decided to take some part of that day to go to the movies and see a movie. I went to school and learned something new. But isn't that something we do every day, right? So that's one small moment too. So these slices sound really good. They do sound like small moments. But when we're writing, we want to be a little bit more specific. So we do have great small moments here, right? We're able to narrow down a big topic into a slice. But we have to get even smaller. So in order to do that, we're going to go down to a seed story or a seed topic, which is a small moment. Seed stories and seed topics are very specific. They're zoomed in on details. It's a specific detail, a specific moment, and one moment. Let me think. Oh, so seeds have to be very specific. That's basically what we're saying here. So I want you to think about Patricia Polacco. When she writes her stories, right? Are they watermelon stories? No, I don't think so. Are they slice stories? No, I don't think so. They're seed stories because they're very specific. So that's what we're focusing on. We want to make our memory with our one person specific. So we want to narrow that top idea down. So a seed story. Let's go back to my trip to Disney. Even though we're not writing about it today, we're just using it as an example. So watermelon topic. My trip to Walt Disney World. Slice topic. Going to Beauty and the Beast's castle. But my seed story is going to be something very specific that happened in Beauty and the Beast's castle. And that would be when I met the Beast. Remember I told you all about it? How I hugged the Beast and me and the Beast danced together? That's very specifically something that happened to me while I was on my trip. So when we're writing our stories and we're talking about our favorite person, we're going to have our favorite person. We'll have that memory, but we want to be very specific about something that happened during that moment with that person. Think it's time that you guys, put your thinking caps on and think of some examples for seed topics. All right, put your thinking cap on, writers. All right, I'm going to give you 15 seconds to think of some seed topics. Make sure you're jotting them down because maybe we'll have some of the same ones. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, writers, thinking of seed topics. So let's see some examples. So we remember that seed topics have to be very specific, as well as seed stories. They have to be something that's very specific. So, let's see. I learned something new about writing in school. That's very specific, right? We're only focusing on one subject and what we learned in that subject. I went in the pool at the hotel. That's very specific, right? Because a hotel has a lot of things. It has a gym, it has food, it has restaurants, a cafeteria. But I'm focusing in on when I went to the pool. I'm being specific, that I was at the pool in the hotel. Something else. I saw Lorax at the movies, right? I'm not only saying I went to the movie theater, but I'm telling you specifically what movie I saw at the movie theater. So that's what we want to make sure we're doing. We want to be super specific and key in. So as we know, a great way to try this is with an example. So let's start. We're writing out personal narratives or our memoirs about our favorite person. So the big moment or the whole watermelon here is, let me think. Oh, it's our favorite person. So here, the big moment here would be my grandpa, since I am writing my memoir about my grandpa. All right, so we got the watermelon down. Next, let's look at our brainstorming chart. We see here, we have 3 memories, but we want to take it down to 1 and be very specific. How could we do that? Well, we're going to have to get rid of some events. So making breakfast, yeah, Grandpa does make the best chocolate chip pancakes, but I don't think that's a memory I want to really share with my readers, so I'm going to delete it. Plus, I've never actually made breakfast with Grandpa. Grandpa always used to make it for me and Grandma. So that would be really hard for me to write about. So that memory's gone. Now I'm stuck between 2 memories, telling funny jokes. Grandpa does that all the time, so I can't really be specific. So I don't want to write about that topic or that memory. Well, it looks like I only have 1 memory left, and that's going to the horse racetrack with Grandpa. That's a really great topic, so I'm going to keep that one. So now for the slice, or what we're going to narrow it down to, is going to the racetrack with Grandpa. We're focusing in on 1 memory that I have with my grandpa. And you see, while I was doing that, I made a couple mistakes, but all great writers do that. So you could do it too. It's all right. We're showing how we're great writers. So I got into my 1 moment here, right? But now, great, we have to be really specific because this needs to be a seed story. I don't want to tell my writers everything about what we did at the racetrack. So let me think of something specific. Oh, when Golden Doodle won. So mine and Grandpa's horse won one day. When Golden Doodle won. So I'm going to focus in my writing story, or my narrative and memoir, on when Golden Doodle won the race. How did Grandpa feel? How did I feel? What was it like? So great writers, we're going to be focused on trying to find seed stories today. So you remember, you're focusing on 1 memory or 1 event. You want it to be very specific, zoomed in, have specific details, and be a specific moment. So, great writers, it's time to go and narrow it down. I want you to remember, work hard on your review sheet. I look forward to seeing your watermelon, your slice, and your seed, and how you got to your seed stories. Make me proud. I know you're going to be great. Bye!